and welcome to Little JD. So today I'm going to give like a little introduction to Flores. So most of the backpackers or I guess travelers basically go to Flores Island because that's where all the hostels are, that's where the party scene is. It's quite crazy. So I got to Flores from Belize, so I took like Belize to the border and then I caught a shuttle for 50 kwacha, which was like a two-ish hour drive into Flores. So they drop you off in like the Flores bus stop with the locals because that's what I did, and then you can take a tuk-tuk into Flores Island. So the tuk-tuks, obviously if you're a tourist, are going to charge you more, but the locals told me that you should be paying 5 to 10 kwacha for a tuk-tuk onto the island. So my hostel was Casa de Grata, and it was on the other side of the island. I basically booked this hostel because the views look amazing because it's like on the water, which it is. So basically you just need to give them a call and they'll come get you, but I didn't have a phone number and I didn't know their number at the time. So I ended up getting like a boat from basically, yeah, so I got a boat from the island, and then there, I don't know how much it costs because I gave them 100 and he's like, too much, and I'm like, that's all I have. Like that's all the ATM gives you. The ATM only gives you hundreds. I'm like, and so I went to the hostel. I was like, the boat needs money. I don't have any, like I only have hundreds, and they're like, it's fine. So they ended up paying for it because it should have been a free shuttle anyway. So I mean, I didn't pay for it at the end, so I'm not sure how much like the boat costs. I'm assuming it's like 10 kwacha. Yeah, so my house was nice. It was right on the water. They collect you, but I mean, I definitely suggest the islands just because that way you don't have to like cross the water like every day. It is free and you do have to call them, which kind of really was a pain. So all the hostels basically have tours and shuttles to wherever you want to go. So traveling within like Guatemala or Flores area is super easy. So yeah, so the first night I just kind of wanted to party because I wanted to just hang out locals. So I ended up getting the number of the bus driver, and then he was out with his cousin. So then like there was 3 of us, and me 4 as a local, them as a local, and so I just kind of like picked their brain, and we just had some chats and drank and ate some food. So it was a great night. I got in at like midnight. I could have stayed out longer, but you know, my first night in Guatemala, I didn't want to. So Flores is, yeah. So the main bar place on Flores Island is Los Amigos. So it is a backpacker's place, so it's quite busy and crazy. You know, the prices were reasonable at the place. I mean, beers and like rum and cokes were only 20 kwacha, and the food, I mean, I got a steak for like 90, so I thought that was, you know, pretty good. I mean, you don't get a steak dinner for like 12 USD anywhere. Yeah, and so I was only there for 2 nights, and I can tell you it definitely wasn't enough time at all. I wanted to stay longer so I could do more, but I needed to go to Guatemala City to pick up my friend on November 3rd. So yeah, 2 nights, definitely not enough because there's so many Mayan sites to see. The main one is Tequila, but I unfortunately didn't get to go get it because like the morning that I woke up, I asked like the hostel because it says on the board that there's one at 12, and I was like, can I go on the 12? And they're like, okay. So they booked everything, arranged for me to go at 12, but I didn't go to that one. I went to Yasha, which is basically a 2-hour taxi ride. Basically what happened, 2-hour taxi ride there and then 2 taxi back. So I didn't get back till like 7:30. I was basically exhausted, and it was a Saturday night, so I mean the whole island was crazy. Everyone was out drinking, there's loud music everywhere, and I wish I wasn't grumpy or just mangry. Yeah, there's lots to see, there's lots to do. 2 nights not enough. So then the following morning, after I went to the Mayan ruins, I had to leave. So I booked the shuttle to go to Lanquin, and then from there you can go to Champagne. So yeah, my shuttle was supposed to be at 9, and then I went for a shower and I came back and they're like, oh, it's at 8. And I was like, great. If I didn't go shower, would I have known? Yeah, so I mean, I paid all my bills that night at the hostel, and then just waited for the next morning. And yeah, so definitely suggest Flores, and you have to go to Tequila because Tequila is like the temple here in Guatemala. I didn't get to go. I really wish I did, but I mean, that bus ride, not going. Maybe flying, but it's kind of expensive. So yeah, so I mean, I would definitely suggest like 3, 4, 5 nights just so you can get like those Mayan experiences. When you book tours, they give you a price without a guide and then a price with a guide, so just be careful with that. But again, there's shuttles, there's tours at every hostel, everywhere. Someone will definitely try to help you because you know it's money for them. So Flores, I did like Flores. I mean, the views were beautiful, the lake, like the water of the lake was beautiful, the island's beautiful, and it's definitely pumping with like music, just like Latin music everywhere. I love it. Yeah, so Flores, definitely go. Great city.